€130 turbo from AliExpress for a Volvo Penta engine. Sounds like a bad idea, right? Well, we thought so too, but we had to try it anyways. This week's video is a bit more technical than usual, but that's just boat life. The wastegate of the turbo was completely stuck, so instead of going straight for an expensive replacement, we decided to take a different approach. And the crazy part? This €130 turbo actually works. At least so far. Welcome back to another episode of Sailing Oceanair. If you don't know us yet, we are Weekend Rocks, and in 2025 we sold everything, bought a sailboat and set off on our adventure. We explored parts of the Aeolian Islands and now we've arrived at a marina in Sicily to maintain and upgrade our boat. Over the next few weeks you'll see us sweating, swearing, laughing and probably crying every now and then. But that's all part of what it means to live aboard full time.
Okay, so we got the new exhaust elbow from stainless steel in the mail. Massive piece of stainless steel, CNC machined. Because if you just replace it with an original Volvo Penta one, it's I think €700 and it will rot in, I don't know, this boat is 11 years old and it wasn't the first one because the bolts were not original. So I think it was already the second one. So maybe it will last you 4 or 5 years or something. And this will hopefully last 10 years or longer. And it's the same price. I think I bought it for €550 or something. And then some import taxes. Put a link in the description. Not sponsored, no affiliate link, but I think the best and the cheapest option. So we're gonna try it and take off the old one. And this is the old one. As you can see, it's completely rotten and blocked. Also the wastegate is stuck. So we are gonna try to get it unstuck, because otherwise we would need a new turbo. But I think I can get it to work again. Okay, first we're gonna block off all the holes, because you don't want any rust or particles in the bearings from the turbo. So we're gonna tape everything off and then we're gonna start hammering this off. Also completely rotted out. See, there is the bolt. So the bolt is completely covered in rust and other kinds of buildup. So that's what's keeping the elbow from coming loose. So I'm trying to hammer away the old cast iron and see if I can take it off. Okay, so I will try with the angle grinder to cut the bolt and then we can take it off and drill out the old bolt. Does anyone want to buy an exhaust elbow? It's good as new. Just need to glue it together. Look at this, the holes are just so thin. This definitely was going to leak this season if I didn't replace it. As you can see, this is the wastegate and it's completely covered in soot and buildup. So now we're gonna take this bolt out and then try to get the wastegate unstuck, and then we can clean it and fit the new elbow. Turbo does still feels good. It should have a little bit of play, but not too much. So this is perfect, and it should spin with a little bit of resistance. And of course, there should be no chunks missing from the blades from either side, so the inlet and the exhaust. Okay, so I'm gonna take it apart. But before you do that, you need to mark it up, that you put it back in exactly the same position. You just get a Sharpie, then you just mark it like this. So now you got the turbine housing, the clamp and the exhaust shell all marked up. so you can put it back in exactly the same position. Now here's the little clip you need to take off, and then you can pull the lever out. Don't lose it. This is the turbine wheel, the exhaust side, so you don't want to damage this. Just give it a good clean. Make sure there's not too much play and that it spins freely. No damage. So the turbo itself is good. This is a known problem for this turbo and this engine, the D275. Also because the casting, look, this is a design fault. The wastegate actuator should move the wastegate that way, but as you can see, it's hitting the casting from the exhaust elbow. So this is a known problem. It's very stupid because there are a lot of engines with this problem. So we actually need to cut a little bit of the exhaust elbow away so that this can move. But I will try to get it unstuck and then I will show you.
After soaking the wastegate in D-block oil for a week, we couldn't get it unstuck, so we needed some help from a turbo repair shop.
Good morning.
Hello!
Today we are gonna replace the exhaust hose, which will be a pain in the engine is down there and the hose is running through this, between the cabins, over there, big loop, and then out. So, nice job.
Okay, so what we first gotta do is take out everything that we have down here.
All new Dyneema lines. Say hi.
Hi! So I'm just a little bit claustrophobic. I don't feel comfortable.
Enough space.
I can't get this one loose. Okay, so this is what I'm working with. The thing over here, and I just can't. It's up, as you can see, so it should open now, but it just oh, okay, got it. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Whew. I managed to get it off. Let me out. I feel like a mine worker.
You also look like a mine worker.
Except they earn 200,000 a year and I make nothing. This costs money.
We can take this part out as well, but first we have to make sure that this shelf here is not gonna fall on my head. Here we go. Okay, so this one over here, this one, and then we finally can easily remove the straps over here. This one and this one.
I'm gonna take off the hose clamps in the other cabin if you do this.
Yeah.
In this cabin, here's the muffler box and there are the hose clamps. As you can see here, this is the reason why we're replacing it. Completely dry. better hurry because that looked like a rain cloud. Yeah. What the hell? Where is it?
You got it. What's the problem here?
It's too stiff to bend it. Maybe I can push it. Yeah, see the end?
Yeah? Nice. Oh yeah, you can see it really good.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I think it got too hot at one point or something.
Where are you going with this thing?
I think I need to go in.
Yeah? Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna pull again, yeah? Yay!
Not too bad actually.
Yeah, not too bad. I thought it would be worse.
And now it needs to go in.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's gonna rain soon. Okay, let's get it on the dock. And then we can measure it. And cut the new one to size. And then reverse the whole process. Called the Black Anaconda.
Yay!
5.25 meters. We got 6.5, so that's good. We also need another bit to the exhaust elbow. So nicely calculated.
Yeah? Oh yeah. It smells like fireworks.
Look at this point. Watch out, it's dangerous.
It's burning?
It's very sharp.
Oh! Look at that! Where are we going with this? Do boat yoga again. Oh my god. Don't buy a boat. Don't do it. Okay, so the exhaust has to go as high as possible. Okay, this is not gonna work. I'm just gonna put you guys somewhere around my neck and hopefully you can see what I see here. Yeah, this is the perfect angle, guys. Okay, so we've got a small problem here because we have this exhaust tube. I already forgot how it's called, but we got the tube that we just installed here. And it's also over there, it's this one. Oh my god. I'm just not strong enough. It's so freaking hard. This one needs to go as high as possible. Oh, my life. Please. Oh, yes. Oh, thank God. Ah, that's the first one. Hopefully what? It doesn't stay in? Okay. Well, this doesn't fit. Oh no, it's in my eyes. Hopefully you guys can see this. It smells weird in here. Not quite sure what it is, but it smells like old socks and sweaty feet. Not nice. It smells like a boy's gym locker. Now I have to get out of here.
Today it's lovely Dutch weather, so we thought let's go on an excursion. I can't fix the turbo, I won't touch it because it's dirty, but you've seen the wastegate, it's so stuck I can't get it unstuck. So we're gonna take the turbo to an overhaul company which specializes in turbos and other diesel parts. So I'm gonna bring it to them, see if they can drill out the wastegate shaft, make a new one, and I think they have to weld in the shell and then machine it again, and I'm hopeful they can do it so we don't have to buy a new turbo because the turbo itself is fine, it's just the wastegate. Let's go. Oh. Ta-da. Lovely Dutch weather. This is a typical Tuesday in the summer in Holland. 17 degrees Celsius and rain.
Yeah, but the wind feels kind of warm.
Yeah, it's southern.
It's not a cold wind.
It's a southern wind, so the wind is warm because it's from Africa. It's supposed to clear up this afternoon and become sunny, so let's hope so. This is exactly why we left the Netherlands, one of the main reasons.
Oh yeah, and I'm not pointing my middle finger to you guys.
She tried to cut off her middle finger last evening, the tip, so. Why did you try to cut off your finger?
Don't make fun of me. I cut my finger all the way to the bone. Oh. The doctor said I didn't cut any muscles or, I don't know, zenuwen, ik weet niet.
I don't know, the string, the elastic string that lets you move your finger.
I didn't cut anything off, so that's good. I only cut the skin and the flesh of the finger.
Yeah, till the bone.
Up till the bone. It still hurts, but it's okay.
I'm gonna put you away because you're getting wet. You are probably wondering, what are you doing at IKEA? Well, I messed up, I took a wrong turn and it was 2 ways around to where we need to go. So now we came past the IKEA and we need some more of those drawer organizer thingies. So we're gonna get some and then we will bring the turbo. Small detour. €2.40.
This is our shed, as you can see, from wood to the sails and even mattresses over here, and now everything that we bought from the IKEA. Nice. Say hi to the camera.
Okay, so I want to continue with the turbo. I've been trying to get the wastegate unstuck for, I started a couple of weeks ago I think, because the wastegate is just completely stuck. So we took it to a turbo specialist to see if he can get it unstuck, but he tried his best. He sandblasted it, he blowtorched it, he pressed it, he tried everything he could, but he was also unable to get the wastegate unstuck. So then there were couple of options. One is to leave it like this, but I don't like it because it can damage the engine. Probably wouldn't, but yeah, it's better to replace it because the rest of the turbo is still actually fine. Nothing wrong with the turbo itself. And the new turbo from Volvo Penta is, I don't know, 2,000 euros or something. It's ridiculous. Aftermarket turbo will be about 1,300 euros or something, so still a lot of money for only the exhaust part. So then I did some digging, and it's a Volvo Penta, but it's officially a Perkins diesel, and before the Perkins diesel it's some kind of tractor engine. So I found another turbocharger, first on eBay, cheaper and cheaper, and then on Alibaba. I don't recommend buying a Chinesium turbo normally, but since we don't want to use the actual turbo part with the scoops, we only need the exhaust casting, which is cast iron, so that's the same as this, for 130 euros. So that's nothing. I've replaced a lot of turbos in my time, but I've never seen one so cheap as this one, not even close. And it looks decent, not too bad. A little bit Chinesium, but
Chinesium.
I hope the exhaust part will fit on our turbo. That would be great. So let's take this one apart and try if we can fit this on. Really hope so. It'll save a lot of money. As you can see, that's what's supposed to be happening. I will put a link in the description of this Chinesium turbocharger. I'm not sure if I would use the complete turbocharger, like if your actual turbo breaks. I'm not sure if I want to install something like this. It looks exactly the same. It doesn't look that bad actually. It's probably just I don't know, probably reused some of the parts. This is polished. But you can always try, right? 130 euros. It bolts on quite quickly. And if it fails, then yeah, you can always buy another one for 1,300 euros. Okay, so I want to explain one more thing. You can buy this turbo with the link in the description. If you have the same problem like us, that the wastegate is stuck, then you don't have to use this part. And if your turbo, your actual turbo, your scoops or something are broken, then you can try it. It looks decent, they balanced it. But the worst thing that can happen is that the shaft inside, there's a shaft, here's the exhaust part, exhaust scoop, and here's the scoop from the intake. Inside this housing there are bearings and there's a rod connecting those two. What can happen is the rod can break eventually. First the bearings will wear out and this will get some play, and then you probably hear it, but if you continue to use it, then the rod can break and the scoop can fall off. In this case it will fall off into the exhaust, so that's not a very big deal, but it can also fall into the intake, but then you have an open connection to your oil line. And I've seen it happen a couple of times, and then your engine will suck the oil straight from here into the engine. And your diesel engine will run on oil. So if you try to turn it off, you cannot turn it off. It will go just full throttle, like 4,000 RPM or something. It will go crazy. It will smoke because it will burn all the oil. And there's 10 liters of oil in this engine, so it will take a while. If that happens, the only way to get the engine to stall is to block this with a rag or something, or plastic bag. Just block the air intake. If you can stop all the air from going in, it will go out. But you have to act fast for it to burn all that oil, and then your engine is kaput. So that's the worst that can happen. But since this turbo is only producing 0.6 bars, which is close to nothing, I'm not sure it will happen. So yeah, if you want to buy this turbo, it's at your own risk. Something like this. As you can see, now it will fit perfectly.
Perfect. That's it?
Yeah, I think so. Perfect. Now we have a working wastegate, like it should. It saved a lot of money.
Soon we will post a detailed technical video where Vic fixes the turbo, rebuilds the water pump, replaces the exhaust elbow, and gives the engine a big service.
Okay, so like new, now I'm just letting it run for a bit, and then just let it cool down, top everything up, and then the engine is good to go, except for the extraction fan in the back, it's also broken, so I ordered a new one, and then the engine is done.
Join us next week as we discover problem.
So it's 2 a.m. and I woke up and I had a rotten egg smell.
After problem. What the actual is that?
That's what happens if you try to push 1000 amps through a 2-watt cable.
After problem.
Why in the name would you make a connection here and a connection here? Why the would you make this? It's just stupid.
Okay, so like I said a few minutes ago, we are planning on making a full detailed video about how we fix our engine. But before we can do that, we have to make sure that the boat is ready before we leave the marina here on Sicily. Because it's now March 28th and we have 4 weeks left before we go. So pray with us that we'll make it in time. Okay, well, thank you so much for staying here till the end of the episode. I'm really impressed you're still here. And a special thank you to our patrons. You guys are the best. And as always, like the video, comment below what you think, and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet. And then we'll see you next week.